All right, so we had a few hunts with the InfiRay Outdoor Bolt TL35 distributed here in the United States by iRay USA. So as you know, we've done some reviews on a few of their scopes so far. The Ricoh MK1640, the Ricoh 384. Today we've got the Bolt TL35. And then soon we will have the iRay Bravo review coming up very soon. So we just had a few hunts there with the Bolt. Now, I want to get into the specs here very quickly, but before I do that, I want to talk about how to mount this scope. And I wanted to show, I've been hunting with this thing on a Ruger. This is a Ruger Predator, a modified Ruger Predator 6.5 Creedmoor. As you can see, I've got this mounted all the way back on top of this Picatinny rail. So you need a Picatinny rail to mount the scope. I've got it set all the way back on that. Now you can use this setup and use this thermal scope on any AR platform, but it made it great for bolt guns to be able to get proper eye relief on that. And I want to speak some more on that later. But again, just wanted to show you how I had it mounted on a rifle. All right, so I got the scope off. Want to go over the specs real quick. And so we're running videos at the same time. After that, we're going to talk about what all the buttons do, how the functionality of the scope, do a walk around. We're going to talk about attractive features that you might like, and also some features that you need to know about before you purchase this scope. So we're going to get right into the specs, and we're going to start out with the resolution, probably one of the most important specs. So the resolution, this is a 384 by 288 thermal core resolution, 12 micron. So that's important to know. 384 resolution, 12 micron. It's a 50 hertz refresh rate. It's got a 35 millimeter objective lens. It starts out 3 base magnification, so 3 power base magnification all the way up to 12x. It's got a 39.5 field of view at 100 yards, so almost 40 feet at 100 yards. The detection range that they say is 1,750 yards. That is as all thermal manufacturers will say, that their detection range is figured on a human-sized target at a certain distance. So a human-sized target at 750 yards, you'll be able to see with this thermal scope. It does have several different color palettes or operating modes, image modes is what they may say: white hot, black hot, red hot, color, and highlight. It's got 7 different reticle types, 4 different reticle options. It will mount with any set of 30 millimeter rings. As y'all know, I'm a very big fan. If you've got a 30 millimeter scope, I'm a huge fan of this American Defense Manufacturing mount that is sold by Outdoor Legacy Gear. So go check that out there on the website. But it is a QD, so it can be taken off the rifle. You can sight it in, take it off the rifle, put it back on the rifle. You don't have to re-zero the scope. It does have picture-in-picture display, and it does have onboard video recording. It does not record audio, but it does record video. It does have a very good app, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. It's the InfiRay Outdoor app. If you search that on your Google phone or your iPhone, it is InfiRay Outdoor. It's got a built-in rechargeable battery setup, so you need to check that out. They get about 8 hours of runtime, and we'll talk a little bit more about the battery setup, but 8 hours of runtime on the internal batteries and about 3.5 to 4 hours of runtime on the external removable battery. And then finally, the recoil rating, it's a 300, it's rated for 300 Winchester or 7 millimeter Magnum. So 7 mag or a 300 Winchester. And then the last thing, 5-year warranty. So 5 business day repair or replace guarantee with this optic, one of the strongest warranties in the business, 5 business day repair or replace guarantee. So that is the specs. We're going to do a walk around of the scope. There's several different knobs on here, a lot of buttons and what they do. So you got a set of 4 buttons right here on the top. You've got your power button. You've got, the button on the right can adjust and change some of the, your brightness settings, different things like that. The button nearest to you is the button that you use to record the image or take pictures, so still pictures or video images. And then right here on the left, you have your color palettes, so you can change color palettes. This dial on top, this is your menu dial. So a long press will get you into the menu. A short press will be able to do and change some quick settings in there. But the long press will get you into your main menu where you will, sight in the rifle, make any changes to the, the more advanced menu items that are in there that you need to do. But this is also how you magnify the image. On top, I don't know, you probably can't hear it, but there's a clicking noise. So to magnify the image, you're going to be turning this dial right here. And that's something very unique, that I know other scopes out there have it, but the sound of it, though, the clicking to make sure that you know that you're actually zooming in is a pretty cool deal. So on the side here, you've got a removable cap on here. This is where your USB-C cord goes. This is to charge the scope or to get videos off. You're going to plug the USB-C cord right in there, and it does come with the cord. And on the side here is where you have your external removable battery. So this takes an 18500 battery. These are cheap. You can buy them anywhere on Amazon. These give you additional 4 hours of runtime, but I'm telling you that them having that battery in there, not only more runtime, but to have 4 extra hours of runtime, and can find it cheap. So you could just buy a pocket full of them and it goes right in there, and you can swap them out all night long. So that basically, it's got the 35 millimeter objective lens. It's got a real hard plastic lens cover, the focusable objective lens, and the focusable eyepiece diopter. And you get a good look over here. Aluminum housing on it, so it's you can tell when you pick it up and you hold it, it's sturdy. It's good quality. So I want to talk real quick about ID range. They say the detection range is 1,750 yards. So the ID range, which as you know is going to be different, is going to be in the I'd say 300 yard range. So that's where at 300 yards or so, depending on the conditions of the night, you'll be able to tell if it's a deer, a coyote, a hog, a cow, whatever. But you'll, at that range, realistically 300 yards, you'll be able to tell what it is. So I want to talk about the attractive features. These are the features that are, going to make your ears perk up, going to make you want to, consider buying this. And I forgot one of the biggest specs and one of the biggest pieces of information, the price on it's $3,299. So I know I always forget to put that in there, but $3,299 is the price on this. And you can find it right now at outdoorlegacygear.com. You can call Jason or myself, 877-350-1818. You can call and talk to me. I've used this scope a bunch. I've had it out for several weeks now, hunting with it and just testing it, running all kinds of battery tests on it and all kinds of different functionality tests. But you can call me personally and talk to me about it, 877-350-1818. Now, the attractive features. First of all, I'm going to say the battery setup. It's got 2 internal batteries. You can get 8 hours of runtime, and it will get every bit of 8 hours of runtime on the internal batteries, and then another 3.5 to 4 hours on the removable battery, which you can buy many of. They're very cheap, and have them in your pocket. So battery setup is awesome. It's one of the best battery setups right now on the market, I will say. It's got a very good quality picture image, very sharp. The way they have the firmware and the software set up on it, it's very sharp, high contrast typically, and produces a very good picture image. Starts out on 3 power, goes up to 12 power. I think, one of the attractive features is that 3 power is a very good base magnification for really any type of hunting you're wanting to do, whether it's coyote hunting, hog hunting. I do a little bit of both. So, half of my time is spent doing either one, and a 3 power base magnification optic is what I really prefer these days. So I think whatever you're wanting to do out there, I think this is a good starting point at that 3X. The app on it, again, as we talked about before, the InfiRay Outdoor app is a very good app. You can use the app not just to view videos and to get videos off of your phone onto a computer or text them or whatever you want to do, but you can use it to record video straight to your phone. And you get in there, the app works very well. And we'll talk about the audio situation and how to use the app to take care of not being able to record audio through the scope. And then the 5-year warranty is going to be the other attractive feature. 5-year 5 business day repair or replace guarantee. So that's a lot of good things built into this scope. Again, I think a decent price, $3,299. The battery setup, the good picture image, the base magnification, which is going to be good for everybody, the very good app, and the great warranty that comes with this scope. Things that you need to know before you buy this. First of all, like we said, there's no audio with the video recording. So if you just take the video straight off and put it on your computer, there's not going to be any audio. Now with the app, when you have the app open and connected to the scope, you can push the record button on the app. It'll record video and it will record sound through your phone. So you can record the audio through that app on your phone. But if you're just doing it on the scope and you're not using the app, you're not going to get any audio. The other thing, it is the scope. If you plug it into a computer and you plug it into a Mac product, an Apple product like a laptop or a MacBook, it is not compatible. So this device, as of now, when we record this video and it's September 2021, something may change. It will not recognize that the scope is plugged in. So if you're going to take the videos from the scope to a computer, it needs to be a Windows product. Just know that. The last thing we're going to talk about, and the things that you need to know before you buy this scope, the eyepiece. If you have never used a thermal scope, you've only used daytime scope, this will not affect you at all. But the eyepiece on this optic is basically just like the eyepiece of a daytime optic, meaning your eye relief and your eye needs to be positioned behind that scope perfectly to see the image. Now, if you've used thermal before and you've had other thermal scopes, this is going to be different, because no matter what direction your head is or tilted or how close it is or how back it is, you'll still be able to see the thermal screen in a thermal optic that you've used before. This one is like a daytime optic. So your eyes got to have a good, a very good eye relief. So your eyes got to be positioned perfectly back there. You can't be moving and tilting your head a bunch. But I will say, I use this scope a lot. Didn't really affect me. If you're up doing it like this and trying to hold it with your hand and look, it's going to be a lot more difficult. But when you have it on a rifle and it's secured in there, it wasn't a problem at all. Having that eye relief on there, even with follow-up shots and running shots, wasn't an issue when you have it mounted on a rifle. So those are the things that you need to know before you purchase the scopes. We talked about all the good things about it. We talked about the specs, the functionality. I even told you the price and didn't have to add it in there in text on a video overlay. So pretty proud of myself there. But as always, if you are interested in purchasing this optic, you can do so at outdoorlegacygear.com. Please check out our weekly podcast that Jason and I do, the LateNightVisionShow.com. It is a weekly podcast that we review all these optics, and this is an optic that we've already reviewed there. You can go check that out on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, a lot of different places, but the LateNightVisionShow.com. You can call us 877-350-1818. You can talk to Jason or myself about these optics. This any night vision scope or any thermal scope, we'd love to talk to you about it. We'd love to earn your business. And then finally, if you are just have general questions and you think it's basic and you don't feel comfortable calling, just comment to this video. I want to thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. We're going to be back very soon with the iRay Bravo review. But again, have any questions, give us a call. Y'all stay safe in the fields, keeping them, making the bacon pancakes. We'll come back very soon with more hog and coyote hunting right here on the HansETX YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.